welcome guys. I wanted to shoot a quick video because I talk about this all the time, and I thought the most cost-effective thing to do is just do a video, do it once. It's what we preach, being effective with our time. I just want to share with you because it's a strategy that I've implemented with a lot of my clients that has drastically improved the conversion rate, because what it does is it basically checks people's answers when they give us like, oh, I've got to go away and think about it. We've covered objection handling in the past, but implementing this strategy can kind of filter out the people you do want to work with. It can filter out the people who are on the fence, and it can filter out the people you categorically do not want to work with. And I found that the best way to look at it is if we adopt this strategy, let's just say we've got a call. The call should typically take 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Let's allow sort of 5 to 10 minutes at the end of our call to implement this. And if we kind of make this part of our kind of routine, we can just go forward confidently knowing that we're converting those who we want to convert, and we're kind of convincing those who are a little bit undecided, and we're excluding the ones we don't want. Because people who fail this or who kind of come out of this and don't sign up, they're not the sorts of people we want to be working with. So it's something to make a part of kind of part of process. So first thing we want to do is, let's just say you go through the call and you get to talk about the process. You've gone through the whole building value, establishing it, finding out a little bit about them. And then we mentioned price, and they go, yep, okay, good. We need to know at the end of a call what the answer is. We can't have them leaving a call going, yeah, let me go away and think about it. Or let me go away and ask my partner. Let me go away and reflection check finances. We don't want them to go away because they're going to make up their mind. We have zero control after they left the call. So they're in a bit of a plastic state. And this is designed to kind of answer questions, get them thinking out loud. And then if they need to go away and think, we want to pre-frame them with breaking down some of the issues, because right now they've probably got preconceived things which we'll go into. So first thing we want to do is, let's just say, yep, I've got to go and think about it. We kind of want to go, okay, can I ask, is there anything stopping you from signing up today? Oh, I need to go away and think about it. Okay, is it the price? Is it time? We kind of want to find out what their objections is. Because if they need to go away and think about it, they would sign up straight away if they don't have to think about it. So what are they got to go away and think about? We need to find that out. There's something there. There's always something there. Otherwise, they sign up straight away. So what we say is, okay, if it says, well, price, it's a bit too much. What we do, disarm them by agreeing. Absolutely no problem. Yeah, 100% agree. Or not, maybe agree. 100%, no worries. Yeah, so we want to disarm by going, yeah, no problem at all. Awesome. We're not kind of causing this initial back reaction. We're disarming them by agreeing. And then that way they're going to naturally open up without putting up a defense. If they feel like any energy to kind of contra that belief, they're going to put up a wall. Whereas we're agreeing with it, breaking that down. What we then want to do, as Josh states repeatedly, is we want to isolate the objection. Because if they've got loads of questions and we solve one and they've got questions down the line, it's not helpful. So what we want to do is say, okay, no worries, that's fine. Completely appreciate that. Is that the only thing holding you back today? Is that the only, is the price? Is that the only thing that's preventing you from signing up? And if they say no, we can go, okay, well, is there any other issues? Is it time? Answer those questions, because we want to do this now while we can ask them and while we can talk about it and get out in the open. If they go away with questions in their head, it's not really helpful for us. When we can potentially answer those questions, open their eyes up to what the reality would be, where if they go away with not knowing what the reality would be, with preconceived ideas, which could be false, that's going to get in the way of a sale. So isolate the objection, answer the questions, and if it's the only thing holding them back, we go, okay, no problem. Then we can see what they can commit to. So if it's price or if it's time, we can say, okay, out of interest, what can you do right now? So this is an important thing, because what it does is it gives their feedback. Before we go anywhere, before about lowering the price, before about negotiating, we need to get their input of what they think is realistic. And once they give what they can currently do, all we've got to do is sell the difference. And that's it. So this question is designed to get them practically thinking, subconsciously as well, what it would be like with them joining. It gets them to think, okay, what can they commit to? If they're going to sign, when they're going to sign up, what would they be doing? How much can they provide? So it's kind of positively reinforcing them joining our service, and it's getting information out of them, which we then use later on. So let's just say, look, if the price is 150 and they can commit to 95, we don't have to sell 150, we have to sell 55. So what we do from then is we look at that difference and we break it down, make it relative. You know, one of the things we talked about previously is breaking it down to a monthly price. So that 55, what is that? £12, £13 a week. You know, in essence, £13 a week, if that's what it takes. And you talk with them, you work with them at this point. You can it's an open conversation. Sometimes just knowing what to say and having the questions. The tone is relaxed and you're just talking it through with them as if discussing, okay, no problem. So £13. Okay, and that's the case. If we I know how important this is to you. How can we find that £13? Ask them, you know, get them to do the thinking for you. And if they go, I don't know, you can go, well, what is that? You know, if it's cups of coffee, if it's meal deals, if it's going out on the weekend, you know, that's probably a very cheap round. What was that, 2 drinks now? So it's like, look, to be honest, at the end of the day, you'd be saving money anyway with a bit more planned diet, and not going out buying meal deals, not going out buying coffees, reducing calorie intake a little bit on alcohol. So we will be saving money down the line. So I think this difference is actually, you know, you can talk. The key thing is you can talk it through with them whilst they're on the call, and it's a discussion. So once you've got that difference, that's what you're trying to talk through. If you can't get any ground with that and they're still a bit stubborn, that's when you kind of want to question, like, okay, if it's a case of finding an extra £12 a week and we can't commit to that, and if it's a question of making a few swaps, I'll be honest, you probably don't want it enough. And it's fine to say that, because at the end of the day, you say, look, it's fine if you don't want that. That might not be you, but you kind of want to, when you break the problem down, you're looking at the difference, studying the difference, and you are trying to get them thinking about simple swaps. If they're not prepared to make those swaps, it's sometimes just hit it on the nose. Look, if you're not prepared to do that, you probably just don't want it, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. And when you sometimes put it out there like that, it's a bit of a ballsy move, but it's important to kind of label it like that, because something like that, a statement like that will actually make them think, do I want this? And you can reaffirm, look, I kind of know you do, because you're on the call, and maybe the way you've communicated and how you are, you know, I can tell you're passionate about your goal, and I think it's a simple change, to be honest. But I can't make you do it. It's not up to me. It's up to you. I'd love to help you, and this is where you can talk about, look, I can help you get there, but you're going to be the one doing it, and I can't do it for you. I can't make that decision for you. So you're talking as it like a friend, just opening it up. But this is why I want to get on calls, because it's so much. We have more time. We can talk through it. Over DMs, this is a nightmare. You know, it just wouldn't work. But on a call, you're having a discussion. So now you're at the process of whittling out people who are kind of on the fence. We can convince them that if they need to go away and think, they can go away and think. Anyone who's not committed or who's blank at this one, you quite frankly want to get rid of them, because they're not worth your time, because they're not going to do the work. Chances are if they're on the fence and they're a bit flaky, they sign up and then they might quit after a week. This is important to kind of find out how committed they are when you break down that price, break down the difference, make it relative, put it as a decision, put it as you could help them along that process, and just question if they're committed. And at this point, if they still get no bites at the cherry, if there's still no action, we can use reverse psychology. And that's something like, look, okay, it feels like we've come up with a load of ways to kind of overcome it, but I think you seem quite resolute in staying where you are, which is fine. As I said, it might not be for you. I'm looking for people who are kind of quite committed to kind of doing certain elements of it. You might not be at that part of your journey. So I wish you all the best. If you need to go away and think about it, go away and think about it. But at this stage, it's probably looking like it's probably, it might be later down the line for you. You might just want to go away and do it yourself. So it's like one of those things, it's like a last ditch effort of just finding a little bit of reverse psychology and question them. And if they accept, you don't want to work with these people because they're going to go off and again, they're going to do their own thing. and also they're going to be flaky as a client anyway. So that's kind of it. Just to recap, first thing we want to do at the end of a call, once we mention price and we mention the service and we want to go, it's kind of like yay or nay. We want to kind of get, where are we now? Is it anything preventing you from signing up today? Now we can launch into this. We can basically agree to disarm them, get them going, isolate the objection, whatever it may be, price, time, partner's a common one, you know, we can, there's Josh covers like how to isolate that objection or how to overcome that. Okay, ask what they can do once we kind of get them thinking, break down the difference again, you know, make it relative, ask them again how they can overcome this and how they can solve it. And then if for whatever reason we can't get to anywhere, we can question if they really want it, confirm that we think they do because they've got this far. And from the communication we've had talking about their goals, I can tell how important it is to them. For whatever reason that doesn't work, bit of reverse psychology, just to say, okay, well, you know, if we can't make a few of these choices and break it down, then probably it's not for you. So hope that helps, guys. This is like a little process at the end of a sales call we can put in. I advise rehearsing it. I advise just getting it in your heads over and over again. The more embedded it is, fuck it, do role plays with your partner, but the more embedded this is in your mentality and kind of the more automatic it is, the softer, the smoother the tone will be. So it's going to help convey that, because some of these points are good questions to ask and they're quite hard on the nose. They're important though, because they make them think, but it's always best delivered as a friend or as a kind of someone just having a conversation. So any questions on this, reach out.